What's going on, y'all? It's Rev, and welcome back to another Dauntless video. Today, I'm going to be going over pretty much everything that has to do with obtaining cells. I want to do this in a singular video as opposed to kind of all over the place, scattered throughout all my other guides. But we're going to mainly focus on the middleman and just obtaining cells in general. Now, there is, for all you new players, there is a reason to go into the store. There is a daily login bonus that you can grab every single day. It has usually 2 cells. Yeah, it contains 2 random uncommon cells, 1 patrol chest, 15 ace chips, and that's going to boost your cell gain significantly. If you didn't know about it, or you're just not grabbing it because you're forgetting or whatever, this is just kind of like a reminder that you can grab it. Now, the first thing that you need to know is that when you're receiving cores, pretty much anything from the game in Dauntless, it's going to end up in the core breaker. And the core breaker, there are multiple of them scattered around Dauntless. They're these little silver pedestals. You just interact with it and all of your cores will be in there. So we'll crack open a daily login core and we'll just see what we get. We get a patrol chest, some ace chips, Spiring Pylons, Rage, and Etheric Attunement. Great. We have 2 cells, some consumables, premium currency, and a patrol chest. Great come-ups for a brand new player or a fresh account. Now, we have the middleman, who is to the left of Katerin Sorrel, who is the main quest line giver. There's a quest to visit this NPC, but you might not know, even after doing the quest, what he does. And the gist of it is he has kind of 3 different services. He has a shop, which is on a weekly rotation. You can very easily, with the daily login bonus, grab the +3 every week. You can pretty much clean out his entire stock if you were so inclined, if you figured all of these are good. I have a cell guide that I just released recently that goes over every single cell. It's everything you need to know and what you should get rid of, what you should keep, what you should upgrade. Check that video out if you're so inclined. It's a little bit of a longer watch, but you can, speed up the video or do something like that. Anyway, it's there. Check it out if you're so inclined. Again, the shop rotates at a weekly basis. You can check that out at the very top of the shop. It says 1 day left, and you can see I already grabbed the +3 Rage Hunter. The next thing is the fusion slots, where you can cook your upgraded cells. You're going to start off with 1 as a new player, and the other feature is actually not here in this interface. It's down here in this menu bar where it says My Cells Info Open Store. You're going to want to go to My Cells, and this is where you dust your cells. So the cells that I just got, I remember I got a +1 Rage, so let's find +1 Rage. We have a +1 Rage here. We'll dust that cell that I just got from the core breaker, and you can see I got 10 Aether Dust. You can see that the green rarities are worth 10, the blues are worth 20 Aether Dust, and the purples are worth 40. So when you're first starting, you're going to just have a bunch of greens. And so we'll just dust, a handful of greens, just so you can watch the number go up there at the bottom. You can see on the left here, we have Rams, we have Platinum, the premium currency that you pay real money for. You have Aether Dust and Ace Chips, which we got from the login cores. You can also buy Ace Chips. It's another premium currency. So we have 110 Aether Dust now. And so I'll go ahead and pick up this +2 just so you guys can see what it looks like. Here, you can just click on the cell in the shop that you want to buy and just click Aether Dust. Are you sure you want to use 40 Aether Dust to purchase +2 energized cell? Yes. Add it to inventory. And we got it. We'll just go ahead and pick up this conduit too. Boom. We bought out the stock. Great. Now, the last thing that I can go over is the fusion slots. Like I said, you're going to have 1 of these. We'll go ahead and go into it. The 3 different types of fusions that you can do are a same cell roll or a same cell fusion, which would be just 2 of any cell. 2 of the same of any cell. You can't fuse like 1 green and 1 blue. You need 2 of the same cell in any of the fusions. So if you're fusing blue cells, you need blue cells. If you're fusing green cells, you need green cells. That's just how it is. So the first one and the most common is the same cell fusion. You have 2 of the same type, and you're going to guarantee a leveled up version of the one that you selected. So in this case, I have +2 Rage Hunter and +2 Rage Hunter. I am going to get a +3 Rage Hunter. We're going to hit fuse. Now, it says here that it takes 1 day, 21 hours. So I believe it's 1 day or 22 hours roughly for a +1/+1 into a +2. And it takes 1 day, 21 hours for a +2/+2 into a +3. Hopefully that's not too confusing, but these are time-based. It takes time to cook. Now, this is where ace chips come in. You use ace chips to purchase or to reduce the time for cooking cells. For the most part, they're not really necessary, but you can use them at will because this is the only use for said ace chips. You can get ace chips from the store if you chose to buy them, but you also get them from the hunt pass and again, that daily login. And you saw that I got 15. So if I wait just a little bit of time and I every 3 days, I'll be able to speed up a +2/+2 fuse, and which is nice. It's you want to use the resources that the game is giving you, and that's kind of the whole point of this video. And so I'm going to go ahead and speed this up, and I'll just kind of prove to you that, hey, it's +3 Rage Hunter. Sweet. +3 Rage Hunter. This is the most common fuse again, and it's going to be the one that you're most likely going to pick. But, let's go over all of them just for giggles. The next thing we have, or the next fusion, is a family fusion, which is up here at the top. We have defense, power, mobility, technique, and utility. If I wanted to do a family roll, I'll just take a +2 energized and a +2 lucent. I can take any of these. So it'd be +2 energized, +2 etheric frenzy, etheric attunement, aetherborn, and that's going to roll a random type within that family. So if I'm rolling +2 energized and +2 aetherborn, I can get etheric attunement, I can get etheric frenzy, I can get conduit, lucent, medic, stunning vigor, vampiric, etc. So we're going to do that right now, and we'll just see what we get. We did energized and I think etheric frenzy or something. So let's speed that up really fast. Let's see what we get. +3 energized. So we lucked out and we got one of the ones that we wanted or rolled or had excess of. Whatever you want to do. We'll do that again, and maybe we can just kind of prove that it's random. We'll do the medic and stunning. Speed that up one more time. Medic and stunning turns into aetherborn +3. There you go. You can see that it's a type of from that particular family. There are no increased odds that, say I do a medic and stunning, I'm not gonna have a better chance of getting medic. It is truly random within the family. Now, the true random roll is if I take a +2 medic and a +2 evasive fury, I can get anything from the defense, power, mobility, utility. I can get any of these. I can get any cell in the game. With some limitations. You can't get every single cell in the game from cores and the middleman. So if you're going for berserker, discipline, any of the trial cells, you can't get trial cells from the middleman. And that's something that new players are going to have to know, because you're going to watch, if you watch build videos or anything on YouTube, they're going to be like, oh, you need +3 discipline, you need berserker, you need some of these cells that actually you can't get from cores. And so you're just going to say, well, how do I get them? They're over at the trial shop, which is a different currency is used. I'll make a whole nother video for the trial shop. But let's do this true random roll. We have +2 medic and +2 evasive fury, 2 different families, 2 entirely different cells. We'll fuse that and we'll see what we get. Speed that up. And we got a defense cell from using a technique cell and like a utility cell, I believe. And so, but I know that we didn't do a defense. So you can see that it's truly random. And that's really the 3 fusions that matter. You can do one other thing, which is re-roll your +3s, and it costs RAM. So it takes one of the purple cells and re-rolls it within the family. This is just kind of like a waste of time. And I'll tell you why. They might have fixed this. Yeah, it takes almost 3 days to do something when you could just take 2 of a +2 cell and do the same thing for less time. And this is almost never worth it. Unless you're really hard strapped for cells, which it's really hard to be. You can unlock cells via the mastery system, that daily logging core, the hunt pass. There's so many, and you can actually get cells from as drops now. They're rare drops from behemoth kills. So you might have actually gotten some extra cells that you didn't even know about if you're not checking the loot screen very diligently. That's something that can happen as well. So you might be able to get a lot of Aether Dust at this current moment in time and buy out this stock. I highly recommend grabbing these cells almost every single time. Again, check out that video of the different cells that are, you know, worth grabbing on my channel. We'll speed this up just for funsies. We did a weighted strikes, which is a technique cell, and we got a +3 predator. In this case, it was actually worth it. I like, you know, predator is good. But let's see. I believe that's everything. Hopefully this crash course of the Middleman helped you in some way, shape, or form. If you liked it, please leave a like on this video. And if it did help you, consider subscribing to the channel. You can support the channel by using creator code RevvyRad, and I also stream on Twitch very frequently. So yeah, follow the channel there. That will all be in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the Shattered Isles.